What's going on, my peoples, and I go by name the Sorcerer, and I'm now going to be doing the new moon readings for the new moon in Pisces for all 12 zodiac signs, okay? Now, I've really had a bit of time to myself, and I was just channeling this energy, and I was just speaking to my overall community. And what I have advised, not just the community, but for everyone else, actually, you're my community, to really focus on spiritual renewal, to ground, to focus on your spiritual wisdom, introspection. This is a great time to cleanse, to heal, to really release anything that doesn't need to be around your spaces, if I'm being completely honest with you. And it's about self. It's really pushing us in terms of emotional healing and for us to utilize our own intuition. And this is about knowing that everything from ourselves comes from within, and we often need help from our friends, our family, tarot readers, like myself. But the truth and the reality is, it comes down to you. And you are you are the best person yourself for making any type of decisions, all right? And you should trust your decisions, all right? And your gut feelings, all right? Now, hope everybody's okay. And I'm now going to be doing the 12 zodiac signs. I'm going to start with Aries, young fire. Young fire. Let's have a look in terms of this, all right? I've got a, what do you call it? I've got a time frame. Time lapse. Well, I don't know what you want to call it, but yes, I've got it marked as 1 minute 43. So I'm going to be doing for Aries, okay? All right. So the energy that I feel is really much of working towards your healing energy. And it's, for me, about letting go of any type of situation that you've held on to. And I'm going to explain. Let me explain while we're here. So there's a lot of introspective thoughts. And it's a great time to really sit through this situation and then you go through it. The Hermit card is challenging you to go into this period of self-reflection, a period of growth, healing. And with these situations, this is part of your healing process, your growing pains, and anything that you feel that's been holding you back, anything that you felt that's negative in the past, I'm just letting you know that all of these are just designed by things that you have had in the past, such as your negative thoughts, past experiences. They're technically all an illusion. I want you now to exercise that there are things that you need to let go of the past, especially with the 5 of Swords. These are things that you've harbored for a long time. I'm letting you know that this period is a great time to just be focused on how you can improve yourself. Think about things rationally. Express things and bring to light things that you even cast doubts on yourself or things that you have shame for. Let's bring these up to the surface and just embrace a new version of yourself. Because without putting everything in terms of acknowledging these difficulties, you're not able to, I'm going to say, work on and progress on your own self-healing, self-love journey. This is something that's going to challenge you a little bit, and I'm asking right now for you guys to find ways to really have the intention of seeking closure, because at the end of the day, especially for those who are of Aries, it is the adventure of your self-love. And if you are in this journey, it's only going to help you for those who are looking for relationships or who are currently in relationships, because when you focus on your own self-love, you're only going to improve the relationships around you. I am letting you know that this is a period of working on yourself in order for you to see that there are absolute benefits towards this. And I see this as a rebalance of your own energy, a restructuring of your own energy. The 2 of Pentacles for me, especially with this, is just it's about you being able to look yourself in the mirror and saying, you know what, have I been honest with myself? Have I been really challenging myself to make this new journey? So bearing in mind, especially for those who are going through the tough period for Aries, I'm just letting you know this is just a great time to really use the energy of the Temperance energy, because the Temperance energy for me is about you working on yourself to gain spiritual and mental alchemy, which is self-healing. And I want you to really address the things that you feel that are unresolved. And it's going to challenge you, but it's not going to break you. It's actually going to make you evolve even more. So the last card I will let you know is the Ten of Pentacles. And this is basically groundwork for essentially things to come for your future. Your highest good, love itself, your self-love journey, you building things brick by brick. It's a beautiful time. And I'm letting you know that it may be challenging, but you've got this. You've absolutely got this. And it's looking about the root of the issue. And I say prevention is way better than cure. Okay? So I'm now going to be looking under the Taurus for the new moon in Pisces. So let's have a look. Okay. Let's have a look. Hope all is well. I've just written down the time frame, and I believe it's 6 minutes and maybe like 25 seconds, I think. All right. Okay, let me have a look. Let's look into the energy. Okay, I like this. This feels very much so that it's really a period of communication for Taurus, communities, and a new insight for yourself. And let me explain. Okay, so the energy that I feel at this moment in time is a couple of things, especially for Taurus, because there's definitely going to be some big long-term changes as well for Taurus. And it's really embracing the energy of the new and an expansion within yourselves, especially with the Three of Wands. I'm going to say that it's going to involve you moving into and challenging yourself to really embrace and branch out to new communities, new friends, new peoples. I like this because it's about connecting your ideas and your thoughts around like-minded people, especially with the Three of Pentacles. I feel very much so with the Four of Wands. It's about cohesion, the nucleus, networking, people that you feel have a shared mentality and vision as you do. And what I like about this energy for you, it's about calling this into action right now. It almost feels like you guys are connecting with souls that you've had in previous lives, that you ultimately have a great affiliation or connection to. So you might not know these people personally per se, but these new people around you are very much so aligned with your energy. So past life connection. This is about offering your new cup and allowing yourself to pour the old energy in order to gain new energy in terms of Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups for me is about the offerings and making sure that whatever connection that you may have, it's about you discerning that connection and you really inviting this new energy around you. I feel very much so that this leads to a new conclusion to what was to now. So you've upgraded, and there's certain people in your past life that you may not have connections now, and it's about like-minded minds, like-minded ideas, and it's really pushing yourself. I like this because at the end of the day, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune is more about that this is a good time to start new connections and really see people who have the same shared values and shared ideas. And this is something that I would recommend for Taurus as well. The energy that I feel right now as well is two things. The Lovers card, so it's about you may be wanting love as well, because love is still very much so still a possibility. But ultimately, it's about making decisions for the long runs for yourself. I like this is about you taking charge. especially with the Emperor energy. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to be in control of my destiny. I'm going to make sure that if I was to go into this new journey, they definitely will align with my own ideas. And that was for Taurus. And now I'm going to be going into the energy of Gemini. All right. So yes, this is for Gemini, and I've wrote that down for around about maybe about 10 minutes and 20 seconds, or maybe just a little bit after that, but we'll have a look. Apologies if I got that a little bit wrong, but I'll make sure that the time is right on the timelines as well. All right, when I finally upload this video. Okay, so let's have a look for Cancer. So, oh, sorry, excuse me, a little bit ahead of myself. Let's look for Gemini. I nearly did a whoopsie there, but yeah, for Gemini. All right, let's have a look for Gemini. All right, just channeling my energy, and this is for the new moon in Pisces. All right, let's have a look. Ooh, energy. This is good. So it's about strategy for those who are of Gemini. What I like about Gemini, especially, this is about your career. I feel like right now it's the energy of strategy. Again, with the Seven of Swords, it's about making sure that you are making advancements through strategy. And this is about knowing that you need to really focus from a ignition, from a spark, and trust that spark, especially with the Knight of Wands. Let me just get that. There you go, for the Knight of Wands. I'm letting you know that this is a great time for you to reach your goals and ambitions as we speak, because you're in the right steps in achieving these goals. And this has been quite a period of time that you've been waiting on, because I feel like for those who are of Gemini, you've been working on pretty much planting the seed. So working on yourself. Perhaps you've been studying, perhaps it's your qualifications, perhaps you've just been working, and now you're starting to see not only the fruits of your labor, but ultimately you've really had to trust the process. I'm getting very much so that you are about to be rewarded. So you got the Temperance card, so that's about you trusting the process. And you've also got the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups for me is, let me just focus that. Four of Cups is pretty much now to let you know that the things that you've worked on, you've really worked, and this is for Gemini, you've really put the work in terms of putting yourself in the lab, independent work, or just studying. And now it's coming to fruition. And this is a new start. This is a great time to really challenge yourself. So really being ambitious and saying, you know what, if I have a particular thought that I want to get this job, you're definitely now in this process of seeing this as a long-term goal. And these are actions that are very visible to you, not only of your own thoughts, but you're actually seeing this because you are actually putting the work in. I'm seeing a lot of threes. So for me, the Three of Pentacles for me is about work. Things regarding work are going to be addressed. Things regarding you having to have communications regarding your future will happen. So understand that this period right now, it's a very transformative period for those who are of Gemini. And what I like about this energy is it's going to be a situation where you'll be offered some type of, this could be a job, first of all, this could be another meeting, this could be about people wanting to invest in you. And I genuinely feel like, especially with the Ace of Cups, this is ultimately a very good sign. I like this energy. I really like this energy because it's really pushing you right now to understand that you've done this by design. You've really truly have done this by design, especially by the Two of Wands. It's letting you know that the people around you, or say you've been working and you've been putting let's say you've got a CV, or let's just say you've got a portfolio, you're being headhunted for a specific position that you wanted, or you're getting the reputation that you feel like you deserve. So I'm letting you know it's due to the idea it's due to the idea, especially with the Magician card, of your own work and what magic that they see. You have done this through your own creation. You have done this because you have decided to say, you know what? This is me. This is who I am. And whether you like it or not, you're still going to know who I am. And I just feel like with that energy, you're about to get some type of notoriety. You're also going to get some type of offer. But the future is definitely bright for those who are of Gemini. All right. So that was Gemini. And I'm now going to be doing Cancer. All right. Shout out to all you Cancerians. So I'm now going to be doing Cancerians. And yes, let's have a look. And this is for the, again, guys, this is for the new moon. This is for the new moon in Pisces. And let's have a look. Let's have a look. Shout out to everyone here. And okay, so there's a lot that I see that's really, really positive for those who are of Cancer. It's given me energy that it's time for you to really take action on your own growth. And let me explain. Seven of Swords for me is the energy of strategy, especially with the Emperor card. When you get both of these cards together, but for the both of you, for you, excuse me, this is about entrepreneurship. This is about ideas. This is about being conscious that you may need to learn something new. This is also about broadening your horizons. And this is about acting now. If you work for now, basically you will get rewarded for tomorrow and the rest of the days. I'm letting you know that ultimately you are now pursuing something that's going to be something that's going to help you in terms of work-wise. This is also for me making sure that you're in the process of taking some type of opportunities. I like the Justice card because it feels like with the Justice card, you may have felt that there has been a little bit of a chip on your shoulder and you may have felt really annoyed, but now you're getting offerings of getting in regarding, especially with the Justice card, that finally it's starting to all make sense. I'm finally getting some type of help, and that's through Source. I'm letting you know it's important for you, especially with the Death card, for you to use the Death card as like, this is the new me. I'm prepared to learn something new, and I'm ready for all of this. This is something that's going to help you in the long run, especially with the Ten of Cups. And with the Ten of Cups, I'm just going to remind you of something. The Ten of Cups is about pursuing something that you feel that's going to give you happiness, fulfillment. And this is fortune after difficulty. This is about signs that, especially for you Cancerians, there has been a little bit of a chip on your shoulder, or perhaps you've been left frustrated about where are these opportunities. But to be honest with you, I do feel like what's to come and what you're putting in is definitely going to be rewarded, especially with the Nine of Pentacles. So in terms of things that you're venturing out, you have to be very specific with what you want. So if it's about a specific goal or specific business, you want it to be a situation where it's like, okay, I have a firm interest in social media and I want to become a videographer as such. I need to pursue this so that I can get more clients, so I can do a service. Or for example, I want to become a mechanic, right? Or if I want to get into beauty, I have to go to these type of schools in order for me to really, really look into a career. So that's the energy that I feel, especially for you, our Cancerians as well. All right. Now, shout out to everyone here. Now I'm going to be doing the sign of Leo. So shout out to Leo, by the way. I've just written down the signs for the timestamps. So shout out to everyone here. And I'm now going to be doing the signs. Yes, I'm going to be doing the signs for Leo. And the reason why I look this way is because my wife is on my side. Very beautiful. She's a Leo, so she's probably listening with one of her ears. But yes, let's have a look for the signs of Leo. Okay, let's have a look. So the energy that I feel is about, okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. You know, it's just good when you just be able to just let people know that there are big changes about to happen. And I'm going to just say this for the sign of Leo. There are massive changes that are about to happen. I feel very much so that it's about really doubling down on trusting that whatever you put into, and this feels very much so in terms of finances, investment, I feel very much so that there is a new opportunity that you need to capitalize on. So the Ace of Cups for me, it's about a new opportunity that you guys are going to really, really capitalize on. You got two aces. So you've got the Ace of Wands and you've got the Ace of Pentacles. And for me, it's about capitalizing on an idea, capitalizing on an adventure opportunity regarding money. And this is about looking into resources which will effectively be something of an opportunity in terms of being an entrepreneur. I also feel like your ideas are basically going to be a situation where it's going to lead you to a lot of blessings going forwards, especially for the sign of Leo. And especially for this new moon, I really want you to focus on that whatever goal that you have and whatever you felt that intuitively feels like the right decision, guess what? It's the right decision. I want you to really so focus. Wow, just realized three aces for Leos, by the way. And this is about you calling to action on the opportunities that are there. So let me just show you again. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and Ace of Swords. So you've got three aces. So this is definitely a new beginning, a new start, and addressing these things now. It's about making sure that for two things. Trusting that you're in this process of a big change, and with this big change, especially with the Six of Pentacles, you are in the right direction. Sixes in terms of tarot for me is very positive, but especially with the Six of Pentacles, I'm just letting you know that with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like whatever you've put in is definitely going to be coming out tenfold. And especially with the Five of Pentacles, this might have felt like you've been waiting for quite a long period of time, but the patience of yourself is definitely going to be something that's going to be very rewarding. I feel very much so for those who are of especially who are of Leo. This is about you embracing your areas of needing to push yourself for travel. This is for me also about resources as well. The World card is making sure that it's letting you know that there are so many different avenues that you can go to. And this could be about contacts, networks, social media. It's also letting me know that you need to make sure that you dot the T's and you dot the I's and you cross the T's. I feel like by doing this, you're definitely going to be in the journey of discovery. And this is about discovering new resources. This is about new ideas. This is about money opportunities. I like the energy, especially when it comes to money. I mean, for money wise, I feel like you guys are going to be doing something very, very, very promising as well. And what I'm hearing, especially with my guides, is that this is about the Chariot. And the Chariot for me was the final card, is that you're now trusting this new momentum, and this new momentum is definitely going to be galvanizing for you. And you have to go with the momentum. You have to. It's like Spirit saying to you, oh, here are the signs. Here is the road for you to go to. And by you going to this road, it might be a bit of a road that may challenge you, or maybe even having for you to make efforts. But this is a rewarding road, So trust that the roads for you is definitely going to be of your benefit. And now we're going to look into the sign of Virgo. So shout out to all you Virgos. I've just written down Virgos. So shout out to everyone here. So hope all is well. Hope all is well. Believe that we are halfway now. So yes, if you've just joined halfway through, I'm doing the the readings for all 12 zodiac signs for this for the new moon in Pisces. All right. So yes, let me do the sign for Virgo. Shout out to everyone here. Okay. Okay, so the energy that I feel at this moment in time is Virgos, for me, need to focus on it. It almost feels like, yes, it's the truth, but nothing but the truth. And this is about surrounding your energy and regarding relationships. This is about letting go of relationships. This is also about helping and healing certain relationships. So it's a version of you needing to make discernment. And the 7 is about self, but the 7 of Cups is about making fundamental choice to help you. And if you're being tolerated rather than appreciated, you've just got to make those real strong decisions, and they might be somewhat challenging, but at the same time, it's only going to help you, because if you don't do it now, effectively, you're going to feel the pain, and the pain, I mean, at the end of the day, prevention is better than cure, and I always say that, all right? This is about you focusing on what you feel is going to give you the completion of the 10 of Cups. And especially for those who are Virgo, I want you to focus on relationships, both professional and personal. This is about networking, and you having to, with the wild card, about networking and about who can help you to take you around the world. And you've got to use your intuition, especially with the High Priestess energy right now. What I feel especially, it's going to be some new people that you've got to. So as I said, firstly, personal and professional work, right? And what I feel between what you need to distinguish is who's going to help you, who's been basically been an anchor, a boulder, who's low vibrational, who's high vibrational. You've got to really make fundamental decisions now. And it comes down to two things: your intuition and your heart. And you've got to really, really protect your heart at all times and use your intuition to help you protect your heart. I'm going to let you know something. The devil's in the details. The devil is truly in the details, and you need to explore that energy, because at the end of the day, if you are not allowing yourself to be rational, especially with making decisions regarding life decisions, and that including friends, then ultimately you're really going to hurt yourself in the long run. My advice for you, Virgos, is to focus on having to make some tough decisions. And by these tough decisions, you're only going to help yourself. You may have some people that say, oh, you're only looking after yourself, you're doing this, that, and the third. But self-care, selfishness is a form of self-care and self-love. And I really want you to really understand that, because you need to know, and they need to know your boundaries. You need to know your boundaries, because if you don't, you're only being disloyal to yourself, all right? So the energy that I feel right now is for the sign of Libra now. Sorry, the energy is Libra now. The energy is Libra. That was Virgo when I was doing Libra. Guys, I love you all. I love you all. And you know what? I'm very much so a person that tries to do new things, and me multitasking for these signs is a challenge for myself. So, you know, I'm just saying, I mean, I hope you appreciate it. But yes, let's do the reading for Libra, and this is for the sign of Libra. Okay, let's have a look. So I've already wrote that down on the time frame, and let me have a look. So let's see. So the energy that I feel, especially for you Libras, is, let me just put these cards over there to the side. I want you to focus more on yourself. It's all about self-love. So I'm a Libra, and it's about making sure that we ourselves have to make some definitive decisions as well. So for me, the Two of Swords I don't see it as a no. It's technically for me a definitive decision. It's for me, it's making sure that you double down. And for me, the Two of Swords is about conviction and making sure that whatever things that need to be addressed, they need to be addressed. And for me, it solely focuses on yourself. And I'm going to explain why. If you've been feeling as if that you've been overworked, you've been tired, I feel very much so that it's important that you focus within your own energy. So from a physical level, I want you to understand that you've been putting a lot of energy, that being with work, that being emotional energy with family, that could just be just in general. It's time for you to really reassess how to manage yourself, because what I'm hearing right now, especially with the King of Cups, is that an element of wellness that needs to happen, because without you reaching certain heights, especially with the Page of Swords, I want you to understand that you'll not be able to do that if you are stubborn. And for me, this goes back to challenging yourself. The Page of Swords for me is a person that, for me, it's about making sure that you have the energy to go into action, but without you looking after yourself, how could you? That's the energy that I see. You have to really focus on your own journey and your own wellness. And a lot of people go through it. We go through mental health issues. We go through health issues. We go through needing to have spiritual guidance. And the truth is, it's about understanding that it's okay to just do your thing by just relaxing. And by relaxing, it doesn't mean that you're stopping yourself from doing anything. It just means that you need to look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is that ultimately, if you don't look after yourself, you're only yourself to blame when you are burnt out. And the energy towards that is understand, especially when we're air signs. Air signs are very much sensitive to these sort of things, feelings of like the moon, the new moon, full moon. And you've got to listen to your body. This is letting you know, especially with the Eight of Wands, is once you do listen to your body, it feels very much so that it's going to be very positive, and the outcome of it's going to be positive. I have to say, this is part of your self-love journey, and this is about valuing yourself. There is something that I have a message for you Libras out there, and the Tower card has come up, and the Tower card is letting you know that if you don't fix, or if you don't take time to yourself, you're technically creating a Tower moment where Spirit's going to just press the red button and be like, be gone with it. But by you controlling that change for yourself, it's only going to help you. And understand that it can be stubborn at times when, you perhaps it's a situation where you need to feel you need to work an extra day, or you feel you need to be doing even more work than you should do. But there are so many days in a year that if you don't allow yourself to have these breaks, you're not going to have the remaining days to do the work. So in the long run, it's only going to help you. And that's something that I'll be honest, even I've had to challenge myself in that situation. So bearing in mind, please, 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 for all you Libras out there, and this is including myself, because I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I need to do the same with myself, and that's the truth and the reality. Now let's go to the sign of Scorpio. Shout out to everyone here, and this is for the sign of Scorpio. Shout out. Now let's do this. So big up yourselves each and every time, and let's look into the sign of Scorpio. All right. Actually, let me use these other tarot cards. I like to switch them up here and there, and let's just go from there. All right. Okay, so this is for Scorpio. This is for Scorpio, and let's look for the sign for Scorpio. So the energy that I feel right now for Scorpio is that I feel like, oh God, Scorpio, what have you done? Scorpios like to do the most. I'm a keep it all the way 100, but the problem is that they have to feel like it has to be perfect. But you guys need to really embrace that there's perfection in imperfection. I feel like there's a little bit of a slow, stagnant energy for you Scorpions out there. You guys can be very innovative. what I like about the Scorpio as well is that most of the time it's needing to understand that there are ways of doing it, but you've got to allow yourself to know that things don't necessarily have to be perfect. Because I've got the three of swords, and I've got the eight of pentacles, and it just feels like you guys are just rushing in your work and feeling that everything that you do is not good enough, and you feel like, oh my god, it's this excuse, it's this excuse, it's this excuse. I'm letting you know that you guys, whatever you put out are good enough. Whatever things that you want to put out, that could be through a project, that could be through work, that could be social media, that could be for those who are artists. Understand this. Like, I feel like there's not enough grace. Please, Scorpios, please, please, please. I'm letting you know that these big changes that are out there, I feel very much so that you are in conflict with yourself. And that's because perhaps you've been protecting of your own like your own personal pride. But truth is, there's a part of you that needs to let go of that, really and truly. And that's something that I feel is part of your shadow work. I want you to really understand this. Like, I feel like there's just, especially with the world card, because I associate the world card as the card that is about the full picture, and the full picture, and the full picture for me, especially with the yes, especially for Scorpio, excuse me, it feels very much so like there is a fundamental feeling that you guys forgot why you guys done it in the first place, because the Six of Cups is about revisiting the past, and it's having to go back to your origin story, and it really is going to help you change the outlook of things, especially for those who are, because I know most Scorpios that I know of are very much so in the creative world, you know, and I just feel like sometimes we fall into victim of imposter syndrome, or we fall into victim that none of our stuff is really and truly good enough. Whereas the only things that we have an issue is really having to deal with our own issues, and that's ourselves. And this is just letting you know that you're applying yourself with way too much pressure, especially with the Eight of Swords. And with the Eight of Swords, it's really sad, because it's like you guys are magic. You guys are truly magic. And understand that it is only of yourself that is your harshest critic. And understand that we fall into it. All other signs fall into it. But for this is a time for you to release that energy, to really release that everything that you put out is your best work, and that's a change, and something that you've got to self introspect in order for you to change the outlook. But I do see like there's definitely going to be a big change after this new moon. I would love for you guys to really practice self-love, self-care, and self-appreciation. All right, now I'm now going to be doing the sign for Sagittarius. All right, so let's have a look. Shout out to everyone here. I believe I've got 4 more signs, and let's look into it. Okay, let's look into, so Sagittarius are the old flames. The old flames. Let's have a look for all you Sag. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Just had a little bit of a butt. So where's my manners? But I hope all of you guys are all right. I just thought, again, just quickly, this is just me trying something different lighting, different area. You know, it's good. It's good. All right. Let's have a look. And this is for Sagittarius. All right. So the energy that I feel right now is about, this is nice. Okay, this is nice. So the energy that I feel right now is to concentrate on your own surroundings. It's about the happy home, the happy life. It's for me to focus on your loved ones, to nurture people around you. I feel very much so that this is something that you should embrace for this particular time, for the new moon. And the Six of Swords for me is very much so to let you know that this is a great time to really focus on relationships, the dynamic of the relationships. I also like it for you to focus on the loved ones, your friends. It's a great time for you to do a call, to call friends that you haven't spoken to for a long time, family members. This could be your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your cousin, your granddad, your grandma, your nan, whatever. I'm just saying to you, it's about you focusing on just catching up and making sure that you have time. We live in a day and age, right, where we don't really have a lot of time, or we don't give time to people, and it's good to just sort of just check in those who have shared that energy of giving us love and nurturing. And this is something that I would heavily recommend. I associate the two sixes. You got the Six of Swords and the Six of Wands as the energy that says yes, and it's a good sign to do so. I've also got the Nine of Cups. So this is also about aligning people that you feel that will only help you, love you, care for you. And this is something that I would feel like a new insight that you're going to learn from them, especially with the Ace of Swords. I just feel like right now we should do it. We should do it. And if anything, it's going to be the energy of the Temperance card. The Temperance card for me, especially for you, Sag, is the energy of care and love, and making sure that you, especially during this time, it's just about making sure that you are a voice for the invisible, and you are the light for those who have not felt that they've been seen. So by doing this, you're only going to help people that really need it. And I like this energy. I truly like this energy. And if anything, I feel like, and this is the last card. So you had 3 sixes. The three this is a confirmation that you're going to really change someone's outlook, their life, and the morale. Something that they will have long-lasting memory, and that's going to be something that's going to be so valuable, that's going to be worth more than money. All right, so yes, I'm now going to be doing the sign of Capricorn. I'm going to be writing that now. So it's 4220. So yes. I just have to write this all down, guys. I'm just making sure that, let me just change the cards actually. By doing this, just to make sure that when I have to do the editing, everything's all there, if you know what I mean. I just want to help. I'm a what do you call it? I'm a giver. I give, and I like giving. All right. Okay. So let's look for the sign of Capricorn. Shout out for you, Capricorns, and let's have a look. Okay. This is about a new start. Okay, this is good. I like this energy for all you Caps out there. Okay, so the energy of the sign of, let me see, I've done Sagittarius. Okay, Capricorn. Cool. Okay, so this is about engagement. The energy that I feel as well for the sign of Capricorn is engagement. It's about understanding that with your engagement, you're actually going to open new doors for yourself. I feel very much so that there are ventures out there, and all you've got to do is speak up to the world about what you want and how you want it. I'm also hearing for those who are wanting to get some type of new job, especially for the Capricorns out there, it's about really being open to different conversations with different people. I'm also seeing that if you put something up such as, oh, I'm looking for a job, let's say on your social media, there are actual people that will connect with you in regarding that. So these are about connections, and really enhancing and taking advantage of the connections that are out there that are going to help you in making certain decisions. What I like about this energy, especially for the Capricorn, it feels like a calling. It feels like a calling from spirit and source to really focus on your connections. What I see, what's about to happen going forwards is that many doors will open, but many doors will ask you to come in. And with the King of Swords, it's asking you that if this is what you want, you've got to accept the invitation. So communication is fundamentally something very, 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 very important. I always associate this saying to opportunities, and it's closed mouths don't get fed. So if you don't open your mouth, if you don't find your way to really say, this is what I'm into, you're not going to get into the actual queue of opportunities. But I feel very much so that if it's involving someone that you know, I'm also seeing that in guarding a team, I feel like your next step is to really, really go and take these opportunities. It's literally carpe diem. Carpe diem, seizing the opportunities that are there. And if you don't, somebody else will. So guess what? I would prefer you do two things. It's taking the action. Your final card is the Sun card, which is the strongest, most powerful card in the deck. And this is about understanding that with this new idea and thoughts and advice, it's only going to be for your own benefit. Now, take this advice if you want it. It's absolutely cool. But I'm just saying to you, for all you Capricorns out there, is that there is an opportunity. And if you don't take this opportunity, you're going to be kicking yourself. All right. So yes, you will be kicking yourself. So the energy right now is good. And now we're going to do the sign for, I believe, Aquarius. So let's do the sign for Aquarius. Okay, now let me just shuffle the cards and let's have a go for this. Guys, I'm excited for you guys. I'm enjoying this. You know, for those that want to get a personal reading, all you've got to do is just contact me. All right. You know, I'm not hard to respond. I'm very good at communication. So yes. All right. Now let me do the sign for Aquarius. Okay. Okay. So Aquarius are thinking about money at this moment in time. I feel very much so it's about making sure that your financial relations in terms of your ingoings and outgoings are going to be good. So this is about habits, spending habits. The Seven of Pentacles for me is about planting new seeds and removing the weeds and planting new seeds. And this is about a change, a massive change. I feel like it's the way you change your lifestyle. It's also the outlook of how you see money. For Aquarius, the advice I would give you is to basically, and seven's about self, for you to be completely honest about and this goes beyond your ego. I feel very much so that if you've been a situation where the sticking point is you've been overspending, the situation is that you've got to really say to yourself, hold on a minute, have I been overspending? So there's a little bit of an energy right now to let you know that you've got to really go within, and the strength goes within. But if you really tackle that and you release anything that feels very much like it's an attack of your ego, but it's only to help you, it's only going to help you. The Six of Pentacles for me feels very strongly to let you know that money and freedom requires discipline. So if you are to have the wish fulfillment and the financial abundance and freedom that you want, they've got to be in alignment with your new ideas. Because the moment you get that aha moment, especially with the Star card, things such as you improving your financial literacy is only going to help you, provide you more exciting times for you in the future. But if you bury your head in the sand, this is about understanding that you're only trapping yourself. All right. So the importance is actually looking within and actually asking yourself, like, what improvements do I need to require to do? And that means that if it means I can hold out on spending some type of money, and maybe it's the eating out, and maybe it's just you not really taking priority of what you need to do, then essentially you've only got yourself to blame. I think at the end of the day that you have spirits on your side, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, So understand that with the Wheel of Fortune, you've got all the necessary people, your guides, you're speaking to a financial expert, you going on YouTube. The resources are very much so limitless. So understand this: you have everything that's there, but at the same time, you have to call into actions of these things. And if you don't call into actions of these things, guess what? You're gonna end up feeling with no money, and feeling pocket with no money in your pockets is only something for you to blame if you have the opportunity to fix it and you're not going to. Okay, so I hope that helps. And I'm now going to be going for last but not least, Pisces. All right. Okay, let's have a look for Pisces. I believe this is the last one for Pisces. So let's have a look. So shout out to everyone here. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your energy, and big up to everyone here. Let's have a look and let's see for Pisces. All right. So the energy that I feel right now is, wow, this is strong, man. This is strong. It feels like, okay, this is strong. This is good. Every sign is good at the end of the day. But I'm just letting you know, like, Pisces, like you've got some major arcanas here that are good for you as well. This is pretty much, I'm gonna explain everything, all right? Two things. So Pisces, another thing. This is just for those who are looking for love. Great time to be looking for love. Empress energy, and you've got the Emperor energy. Let's get back into just yourself, guys. But the energy that I feel very much so for Pisces is the energy of reinvention. I feel like there's an old version of yourself that you are about to release, which is definitely going to be ultimately something that's going to be a change fundamentally, especially with the Tower card. You also got the Hierophant card. So the Hierophant card for me is about another confirmation that there are big changes about to happen in your life. This is more to do with a reinvention. This is about the image that you're putting out. This is also how people see you energetically. And this is a time for you, if you're focused on business, great time to focus on rebranding, a great time to focus on the new business. Just in general, new for Pisces is basically the opportunity to take advantage of this springboard, this catapult. And what I feel about this energy for me is that the world is yours, and that's what my guides are saying. But it's up to you whether how you want to work to these things, especially for those who are Pisces. What I feel like, this is very much so of the Nine of Cups, and this is very much of your wish fulfillment. What I suspect is that this reinvention is going to challenge parts of who you are, and there are things that maybe Pisces that I feel at this moment that you have to challenge yourself, and that's like, oh, am I being a bit too ahead of myself, or is people going to be thinking what about my ego? You need to think about yourself, and you need to think about stop thinking what other people think about you, because ultimately this is about you and raising who you are. And by raising your standards, you're also going to be raising the environment that you're in, and the environment that you may need to change. And that's regarding relations, that's regarding associates, acquaintances, friends. I'm challenging you to make these changes, because ultimately this requires you to think and strategize. And so what if they're going to see a different form or version of you? At the end of the day, like, it's a situation where if they're not going to level up with you, they're not supposed to be with you. But if you're pushing yourself towards these things, you're going to reach to greater heights. And it's the essence of you trying. And if you never tried this situation, then you'll never ever experience the life that you may want it to be. You'll just be in constant stagnancy. But I don't see that happening, because I feel like for the Pisceans, you guys are going to take this opportunity and you're going to excel. It's literally saying, you know what, you're thinking, I'd be stupid if I don't take it. And clearly you know that you're not stupid. And clearly, you're going to excel in these things, and as you should. You're going to put the work in, you're going to accept the challenge, You're going to accept the opportunities that are there, and you're going to excel within the challenges. I just feel very much so that, especially with the Justice card, there is an unseeing. You are unveiling who you truly are. And with this new moon, this concept is a new you. So ultimately, you are going into a very powerful time. So yes, I hope that helps. I'm going to say a massive thank you. And for all you guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you'd like to get a personal reading, you can contact me. Links will be in the bio, or link will be in the description, excuse me. And yes, hope that helps. Well, I go by the name of the Sorcerer. I'm going to send you lots and love and light. Take care now.